This is the story of a woman who seemed to have everything: wealth, beauty, a growing career, and a life surrounded by luxury. But behind that perfect image was a hidden conflict that would end in something unthinkable. Because this wasn't just a murder. This was a betrayal from the people closest to her. This is the story of murder of Abby Choi.
In the murder case, the 28-year-old Hong Kong model Abby Choi's severed body has been found in a house.
Welcome to Tapioca Talks. Real crimes, real investigations, real stories. Every case has a story, and every story deserves the truth. On February 21st, 2023, 28-year-old model and socialite Abby Choi Tin Fung left her home with a simple plan: to pick up her child. She never made it. That same day, she vanished without a trace. At first, it looked like a missing person case, but within days, it would become one of the most disturbing murder investigations Hong Kong had seen in years. Abby Choi was well known in Hong Kong's social scene. She had built a reputation as a fashion model, appearing in magazines and attending international events, including Paris Fashion Week just weeks before her disappearance. She was also a mother of 4, 2 children from her previous marriage, and 2 from her current relationship with Chris Tam. Despite moving on with her life, Abby maintained close ties with her ex-husband's family. Her ex-husband, Alex Kwong, his father, Kwong Kao, his mother, Jenny Lee, and his brother, Anthony Kwong. In fact, Abby had been financially supporting them. Reports later revealed she had even purchased a luxury property in Ho Man Tin, a home connected to her ex-husband's family. But behind that arrangement, there were growing tensions over money and control. When Abby disappeared on February 21st, police quickly began tracing her last known movements. She had last been seen getting into a vehicle, believed to be driven by her former brother-in-law, Anthony Kwong. That detail immediately raised questions. Then more inconsistencies followed. Stories didn't line up. Timelines didn't make sense. And soon, investigators began focusing on the Kwong family. On February 24th, 2023, just 3 days after Abby went missing, police made a breakthrough. They tracked activity to a rented village house in Long Mei Tsuen, Tai Po, a quiet, rural area far from the city's luxury districts. What they found inside was horrifying. Human remains believed to belong to Abby Choi were discovered inside the house. Some parts had been stored in a refrigerator. Investigators also found cooking equipment, including tools that suggested attempts had been made to process and dispose of the body. The scene was described as meticulously prepared. Authorities later revealed that the house had been rented just weeks earlier, specifically set up for this purpose. This wasn't random. It was planned. As the investigation unfolded, a clearer picture began to emerge. Police believed the motive centered around money, specifically disputes over property and financial support. Abby had reportedly intended to sell the Ho Man Tin property, which had been housing her ex-husband's family. That decision may have triggered conflict. According to investigators, the family feared losing their financial security, and somewhere along the line, that fear turned into something much darker. Arrests followed quickly. Anthony Kwong was arrested first. Then Alex Kwong, Abby's ex-husband, was captured while attempting to flee Hong Kong by boat. His father, Kwong Kao, a former police officer, was also arrested. Later, his wife, Jenny Lee, was charged for allegedly assisting in covering up the crime. All 4 were formally charged in connection with Abby Choi's murder. This wasn't a random attack. This was a crime that allegedly came from within her own extended family. People she had trusted, people she had supported. In the weeks that followed, the story spread across the world. Questions flooded social media. How could something like this happen? Why didn't anyone see it coming? And how deep did the conflict really go? Sometimes we think danger comes from strangers, but cases like this remind us that's not always true. Sometimes the real danger is much closer than we think. So what do you believe? Was this purely about money? Or was there something deeper behind it? Let me know your thoughts, and tell me, what case should we uncover next?